All right, in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Horizon Editors Roundtable. It's been a long time since we've seen you guys. We missed you, and we hope you missed us. Anyway, tonight's panel consists of Zach Hester. Over there. I'm Jared Clapp. Eric McGuffin. Mary Q. Burden. Greg Dassel. And Ian Hoops. In case you didn't notice, Barack Obama won the presidential election last week. So that's pretty awesome, at least as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to see what the rest of the editors think. We're going to give our opinions and views and see what we think about the whole thing and what we've got coming to us. So, does anybody want to start off, aside from me, this time?
I mean, you did such an eloquent job before.
Shut up.
What do you think, Ian?
I think Obama was a great choice. I have no doubt that if McCain had been elected, he would have been able to do a great job of being president as well. But I feel like Obama kind of has, I feel like he has more vested in it from the get-go. Also, I never want to live and labor under the pretense that Sarah Palin could have been my president at some point. That was, and I think that, honestly, I think McCain never did anything really to turn himself off that much. It was Palin that did it. I could be wrong.
A colleague of mine said in class that if, after Greg's done dying over there, a friend of mine said that if John McCain ever needed another kidney, that as a Democrat, he would give him his kidney just so Sarah Palin wouldn't have a chance of being president. So I would have shared his sentiments if that were the case. But we didn't get McCain this time around, you know, so that's nice. It would have been another 4 years of the same policies Bush put through. So that's the way I feel about that anyway. But I still don't think this is near the end of things. I mean, this is just the very beginning. We've still got to worry about what policies come up. And as Americans, all of us still need to keep an eye out on what policies are made and what's trying to be enacted and what we think about them. Wow, quick discussion.
What do you think, Greg? Anything?
No, I'm still jaded on politics. I mean, I think either one of them do an equally job screwing us over. So I don't really care.
It's glad it's over. We don't have to hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's, if anything, of course I'm very happy Obama was elected, but if anything, I'm just glad to see an end to it all. I was so, you get like that, you get that, I forget what they call it, they have a term to refer to it, but you know, you get, in those last 3 weeks of the election, there's no debate, all there are just negative, you know, ads, political ads all over the place. And it's election fatigue, that's exactly what it is. And it's not even presidential stuff, you know, it's local ads and things, and it's not cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of political ads,
Yeah.
So I get tired of them every year.
I'm tired of people who approve of this message.
Yes.
Really tired of that.
We know who came up with that. George Bush was the one who decided to start saying that on his messages. And it was a really, well, I mean, when he first started saying that, it was like, oh, that's nice. He really approves this message. But now, when we hear it, ugh, political ad, so now we hate it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a legal thing where if it's a national contest, they have to say
I don't remember anyone ever saying it before Bush.
Endorsed the message. So.
Well, I think it's so somebody can't run an ad and say that you were the one, you know, that it was in your name. It's a way to make sure nobody's putting things out.
But you know, if the Democrat or Republican parties put out an ad, they put a disclaimer down the bottom saying exactly that. The Democratic Party is responsible for this ad.
Well, there was
if a candidate puts out a personal ad, why does he have to say it?
There was an unauthorized mailer that went out in this area, actually, against Bill Cochran, who ultimately lost that election. Sorry, Bill. That said something about him voting against ritualistic killing of children and molestation and something like that. You know, he said, oh no, I don't want to prevent that. But as it turns out, that ad wasn't supposed to be circulated. It wasn't approved by anybody.
Oh, but it was true?
I mean, maybe it was true, but it was something he voted on in 1994 or something like that. I mean, it's just so untimely at the point that it's a moot point. And who says that he voted against that? Maybe there was something in the bill that money allotted to another organization, some kind of pork that was written into the bill that he just didn't want to go through. But it doesn't matter. He lost the election anyway, so maybe the mailer did the trick with the ominous hand with the rusty knife, because that's what you use to kill kids.
Oh,
No.
that's what I'd use.
Well, I decided, well, don't you all decide who you're gonna vote for, by what they tell you in commercials? I do.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, that's really all the information you need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's
No,
the
we're
sad
not
thing
serious.
is that statistics, statistics still show that that's where it's somewhere close to 50% of Americans. It might be more than that.
And that's-
Ads are that effective, and that's where 90% of the political advertising comes from.
And that's why you see email forwards of Barack Obama rhymes with Osama.
Yep.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
The best one I seen, I was on the way back, I drive around over here in New Albany, and I was behind some redneck in this Monte Carlo, and the whole back windshield said, "Vote for McCain, not for Hussein." And they spelled Hussein, W-H-O-S-A-I-N. And are you serious? I mean, how ignorant can you be? And that just makes yourself, if you want to support McCain, that's fine. Can you just not say vote for McCain and leave it at that?
Well-
Rednecks are funny, I guess.
Well, I think they tried to come across as clever, but in butchering the English language
Make
and
yourself
the
look like a
spelling of
jackass.
everything,
Yeah.
it doesn't come across as well. What do you think, Zach?
Well, I think I liked Obama a little better than McCain, but I'm afraid that people are going to be so disappointed and disenchanted because expectations for Obama are so high. His whole thing was change in Washington, and people really like that, but I think that people are expecting a lot more from him than he's actually going to be able to deliver, especially in the short term. We're in so deep into so many trouble spots that I don't think that one man, president or not, can really do as much as people are going to be hoping.
Well, that's why people are going to be keeping, and if you're interested in politics at all, you should keep an eye on who he's picking for his cabinet. Those are the, along with the legislative branch, which is largely Democratic now, you want to keep an eye on the people he's picking with his cabinet, because those are the people who are going to be helping decide what policies get enacted. Those are the people who are going to help get the policies passed. And he may have a lot to live up to, but in so much as he has a lot of support in the government right now, it's going to be a lot easier for this presidency and for this government to get things done that need to get done.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, too. I mean, now that we also have the majority in both houses, is that correct? The Senate and the House of Representatives?
And when you say we, are you aligning yourself with the Democrats?
No, I'm saying as Americans.
As Americans?
In America, the Democrats have the majority in both houses of Congress, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. What about the balance of power with that? That's a big concern on the minds of a lot of people right now. Just because the Democrats have the majority rule in both parts of Congress, is that necessarily good for the country?
Well, if something goes wrong, we'll know who to blame.
Well, I think we'll leave it at that because we're out of time for this week. But thank you guys for tuning in, if you tuned in at all, and we'll see you when we see you.